Hello, and this is a brief video presenting the concept and the base material of Ferris School, which is a day game I designed and that is available on Tabletopia for playtesting. In Ferris School, you first have cards. Like quite usually in deck builder, you have a draw pile on the left here, so you will draw cards from this pile, and you have a discard pile on the right that will be where you will put the cards you've used at the end of your turn. Each card looks like this. So it has a creature drawn in the center. It has an effect that is below here. Says to fire, and it might have a cost, which is written at the top. So that's for the cards you don't have at the beginning of the game, the cards you can acquire during the game. So it's also a game about resources. You have 5 different elements that are the 5 resources you can store in the game. On Tabletopia, you would use counter to count how much earth, vegetables, fire, water, and air you have. So that's the starting point when you want where you have one of each, but no air. You have a board here, which I call the forest, and that can hold 10 cards. You will put 10 cards in the forest at the beginning of your turn, and you will play only 4 of those 10 cards. On the left here, you have the creature board, and that will be useful for 3 things. On the top left corner, it shows you what transformation you can perform between elements at any time. On the bottom here, you will recall which creature you've discovered. That's where the creatures on the card come into play, basically. And on the top right corner, you will measure your social usefulness. You will store activation cubes from the other players that will measure how much you are useful to them. What you will do on each turn is fill your forest with cards taken from your draw pile on the left. Play 4 of these cards, then activate the effects on all these cards, but also on some of those cards, the cards of your neighbors, by playing activation cubes on these cards. And finally, you will have a last phase where you can discover creature and basically discard the cards you have played. Ferris School is a competitive game, but with a strong focus on positive interaction between players. So in fact, you will have 3 main ways to score points in Ferris Schools. You will score points for activation cubes you've collected from the other neighbors. So you will score as many points as you have helped your neighbors during the game. You will score points for managing well your resources and realizing your objectives, which is acquiring your cards. And you will also score points for planning well, which is for studying creature and having the right creature at the right place at the end of the turn. So that's it. That's the main principle of the game. The only thing I didn't say is that everything is played simultaneously, so you might not have downtime if everybody is playing at the same time. And globally, it's a rather expert game where I believe you would have a nice time playing with people and helping the others while perhaps trying to manage better than them.